welcome to our home. I'm Princess.
And I'm the Goob, and this is
Gulps'N'Games.
Weekly show where we have some gulps, give a little background on it, play a game, give a little how-to on it. This week I got something I thought was pretty neat. It's Opperman's Cork'n'Ale label. It's brewed by Middlecoast Brewing Company. They brewed this specifically for Opperman, so like you have to go to Opperman's out in Saginaw in order to get this. It's an oatmeal stout aged in bourbon barrels.
Where is it in Saginaw? Millen Road. You didn't know that?
I don't know.
Oh, Millen Road.
When you're driving down State Street towards Walmart will be over here on this side. You just keep going straight, and then like the road curves, and then you go by it on this side. That's how I know. I don't know names.
Okay.
I know Walmart and then there.
And we're not sponsored by anyone or anything you see.
Yeah, we always forget to say that,
Yes.
but this is just one of those where we're mentioning a business, so it's probably better to say it. So there's not a lot about them. I actually had to find a different article about them to find more about them. They were actually originally named Monkey Fist Brewing Company.
Ooh, the Middle Coast?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why they changed it is because there was a brewing company in Maine that actually had a beer called Monkey Fist. And so at first, there was no big deal, but as soon as they tried to branch out in other states, they had decided to just change the name of the brewing company to not have any issues or confusion with it. But I thought that was kind of cool. Like, there was no big legal battle or anything like that. They were just like, well, let's just change our name. They were a group of friends who have become family. They brew a portfolio of handcrafted brands that are designed to bring out the beer lover in all of us. Located in beautiful downtown Traverse City, they celebrate the culture and climate of Great Lakes in northern Michigan, and they are on their great country's middle coast and are happy to be there. Their mantra: we take our beer more seriously than ourselves. Yep. So then, I know that their head brewer is Devin Lawrence. Their lead brewer is Joel Mulder. Their sales representative is...
How in the world did you say that? Siamak?
Samek?
Samek?
S-C-E-A-M-A-C. So, sorry, Mr. Salemi. And the director of sales is Fred Chapman. Director of operations is Jeff Chesterton. And Tom Long is the director of marketing.
Okay.
That was about all I could really find on them. Their website doesn't have any information about this beer at all. It's not listed as one of their beers or on their tap or anything like that, because I'm thinking it was specifically made for Opperman, so that's why.
Probably.
So,
Does it say what it is on there?
I mean, it says it's the oatmeal stout aged in bourbon barrels, 37 IBUs, 9.8 alcohol, and this is 1 pint.
Wow. Okay. Let's try it out. We each get our own?
We each get our own.
Whoa! We haven't had this in a while.
We tried our own last video. There were two different styles.
Oh, that's right. Like we have to do it.
I don't think you need to with stouts. I'm just used to always doing it.
Smells stouty.
Smells bourbon.
I am.
Well, I am.
Not as good as... Well, it's good. I've had other ones that are better.
Yeah, it's not... She's not saying
bad.
it's bad.
It's not
She's
bad. It's just I like a more bourbon flavored in it.
It's not as thick.
Right.
It's thinner than a
The
normal
bourbon makes
bourbon
it-
stout.
The bourbon makes it thicker. But it's good if you want something that's bourbon aged but not thick.
So, there's not really any connection with the game and the drink this week. This is a game I've been wanting to get. I got it for Christmas. It's called Unsolved Case Files. This one is Jamie Banks. There are a bunch of different characters or victims or people or cases, I guess.
Victim. It says victim right there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a case, though.
Yeah. Where does it say victim? It says homicide.
Yeah, above it. Where it says
victim, Jamie. Thanks. So there's a bunch of different victims that you can get. So this game is going to be heavily filled with spoilers. The beginning of the game won't be as much because it'll just be us like going over the evidence that everyone can probably see. I'm going to put another spoiler alert when it gets closer to where we actually like reveal the answer. We're going to just play the game and put the whole thing up because maybe you want to see one game played and then just get one of the different victims. So you might not care that you get spoiled. Or maybe you have this and you just haven't opened it yet and you're like, oh, I want to see a little bit of it. So just stop when you see that big spoiler alert. It'll literally be the whole screen. So
it's a good thing we're getting this one done a few days ahead of time then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not hard to do that. I'm just going to stop the video and restart the video. Alright, so it comes with the file with all your evidence in it. And then you have 3 bonus envelopes. Because once you solve the one thing, which for this one it is, the objective is to prove someone was in the room with Jamie. Once you do that, then you get to open up the other envelopes and move on to the next, probably solve for actual murder. In it, we have photographs relevant to the investigation, do not bend, a picture of Jamie, this looks like it's an inventory list of all the evidence.
Wow, this is like a real case file.
We have a newspaper article.
Detectives like to play this.
Yeah, it could be practice for them. Looks like we have a school newspaper, high school newspaper.
Are we supposed to start reading them right now? Or?
Probably. I was just going through what's in here. Coroner investigation report and a detective email about the case, evidence document. Looks like pictures of the body.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a lot of people.
Missing. What's it say? Missing what?
Missing from the photo probably. Olivia Underwood, Sophie Sunday, Paul Preckness, Marilyn Roberts, Robert Romero, Johnny Roca, and Dr. Helding. It's probably that they were missing during this time, and that's also when she was murdered, so probably that's why those people are all suspects, maybe. Witness statements.
What is that group of people?
Oh, these people.
Oh,
I think here's Sophie Sunday.
this seems complicated.
I think it is complicated. So, I mean, I guess let's just go ahead and start reading some stuff. This might be boring to you guys. I guess I can read the newspaper article out loud. Mm-hmm. Local teen dead in apparent suicide. 18-year-old Jamie Banks was found dead Friday morning, having appeared to take her own life by leaping from a 6-story window from her school. Though foul play has not been ruled out, police say the body of the East Verona High School senior was found immediately by another student. They estimate the time of death to be 10:10 a.m. Banks was described by friends, classmates, and family members as well-liked and mature. Her high school student, T.J. Wellinger, says she was the kind of girl who was always into something. The 18-year-old was described by faculty members as well-behaved and deeply curious student. Typing teacher Mr. Keaton recalls, "It was a pleasure to see her face in class every day. Jamie will be missed." Banks maintained a 3.5 grade point average and was a valued member of the school newspaper. Friends and teachers remember her making ambitious plans for college. In addition to the fine scholastic work, she was a gifted young actress, previously appearing in school play productions of Peter and the Wolf and Grease at Pierce Elementary School and Dalton Junior High. The night before her death, Banks played Juliet in East Verona's production of Romeo and Juliet. Friends recall how deeply immersed Banks was in her work as an actor. She took her acting very seriously. A bad review she received in the school paper really upset her, says Mr. Keaton. Co-star Olivia Underwood, who served as Banks' understudy for the role of Juliet, I don't know if that's her last name's Underwood, the understudy, remembers Banks as a very gifted actress. She inspired me with her trying, and adds, Jamie worked so hard to play Juliet, she tried so hard to pull it off. Her effort was so admirable. Police are engaged in an ongoing investigation regarding the apparent suicide. In cases like this, we always want to make sure we're not missing something, says Police Detective Roland Sherman. Detective Sherman provided little specifics. We can confirm that we did find a suicide note, but the contents are confidential and will remain so. The veteran detective is determined to conduct a complete investigation and added, let's just say there's a lot of work to be done before we can close the case.
And, well, there's this about her. The school paper gives her the review and about her Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
But I wonder if we're supposed to read the rest of it, too. This could take a while, babe.
I figured it was going to take a while. That's why I thought today was a good day to do it. Let's see, why don't you read the review and then we'll just pause and go over some stuff.
Well, does it give any suggestions about what we should do first, or no?
It says, Unsolved Case Files is a game that lets you solve a fictional crime using the evidence and documentation from the original case file. When you can prove someone was in the room with Jamie just before she died, visit this web page to see if you're right. After you prove Jamie was not alone, you may open bonus envelope A.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think these are witnesses and or suspects. We have a picture showing that they were not in this school picture at the time it was taken, which, if we look at the clock, was 10:10 a.m.
Yep.
And then, I mean, we can read everything that's in there. I say we just break into these pictures here, maybe.
I thought you wanted me to read this.
Oh yeah, you can read her.
East Verona's high school's drama production have always been something to look forward to, even when they struggle to find the talent necessary to fully bring the production to life. The play's typical makeup for in heart, what the amateur actors lack in pure talent. This year's production of Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare's classic tale of adolescent love gone tragically wrong, is a sad expectation. This production has the talent but lacks heart. Most specifically, it lacks a Juliet with the heart needed to gain the audience empathy. Actress Jamie Banks has already demonstrated her ability to tackle complex theatrical roles. We've all seen her in her last year's production of Little Shop of Horrors, as well as other plays. But Juliet is a role that requires more than a memorize of lines. It requires an empathetic figure to guide us into the play's moral center, and Jamie Banks isn't up to the task. Without that, nothing in Romeo and Juliet could work, and it didn't. Robert Romero delivers a superb performance as Romeo, giving us all the wide-eyed infatuation of a teenager in the grips of young love. And the production designer deserves kudos for admirably turning the auditorium into 14th century Italy. Though without a warm Juliet, Romeo might as well have been acting with a mannequin. Oh, that is hard. A role that demands warmth, Banks provided a Juliet straight from Antarctica. Whoa! It seems pretty clear after seeing her dazzle us with performances in the past that we finally found her weakness, playing a real person with a real heart. But then again, maybe having a real heart is something Banks simply can't fake. That was all of it. crap. That was kind of harsh for high school.
Yeah.
For a high school review of a play. Oh my.
So
I wish it would say, like, if the rest of this is relevant.
you don't want to read all of it, none of it have anything to do with anything?
Right.
Well, I'm looking at this. Oh, well, let's see. Like, is Paul Preakness, Olivia Underwood, Sophie Sunday, Johnny Roca, or Benjamin whatever mentioned in any of those articles?
Well, I have to read it to find out.
Well, I'm looking right here. This article on the back of her thing is all about Johnny. He was in the football game. So, the Spartans' 3-touchdown loss to the Colts came as a huge shock not only to East Verona's dedicated fans, but to high school football fans around the state who have followed the career of senior Johnny Roca. He was flagged 5 times for unsportsmanlike conduct before getting ejected.
Oh, there's something about Johnny Roca in here, too. He's a running back. He's one of the best players they have on the football team.
Yeah, that's what this was saying, and then because of his game, the angry crowd began chanting, "We want Russell," a demand for Roca to be replaced by his backup running back, Manuel Russell.
Yes, the Spartans nearly blew a 10-point lead with less than 2 minutes left when Johnny Rocco infamously fumbled the ball into the opposing team's hand for an easy defensive touchdown.
Well, I mean, we can look at his evidence file. What do we have?
Is Dr. Gettings, is he?
Dr. Benjamin Gelding.
Gelding. He is the faculty, yes, advisor. On the paper. Oh, here's something that Jamie wrote. Major investigative expose coming next week. I wanted to apologize to all the readers who noticed I hadn't published my regular monthly investigation report in October. I'm currently concluding research on a huge expose that is sure to shock everyone at the school along with the entire Verona community. It will be the most mind-blowing story of my 4 years of investigative journalism here at The Voice. This expose will make the investigation about Mr. Griffin stealing wooden ice cream spoons from the cafeteria look like a joke. Stay tuned to next week's paper and prepare to view some of your most revered East Verona Spartans in a whole new light.
Mm.
So, maybe she was going to expose one of those people.
Yeah. So this is Johnny Roca's interview. Please state your name, Johnny Cornelius Roca. How well did you know Jamie Banks? We did a few classes together, and we actually dated a few summers ago, but it didn't last. Did you get back together, like in secret? You mean like, did I cheat on Sophie? She'd kill me if she ever found out I was cheating on her.
Sophie's his girlfriend.
And her dad's my coach, so... This is Miss Sophie. Probably held up a picture of her. Yeah, Sophie Sunday. And I didn't mean that to sound like I would cheat on her. I wouldn't. I haven't. Sophie would do anything for me, and there's nothing going on between me and Jamie. And then they asked him why he wasn't in the pep rally picture. I was on my way. I just got held up. Where? In the bathroom on the 2nd floor. I was with Sophie. Is that the girls' bathroom? It was just Sophie and me. Everyone else was at the pep rally. Yes, it's the girls' bathroom. What were you doing? Fooling around, kissing, no big deal.
Yeah, right. They were just kissing. Yup. They couldn't do that at the pep rally. Yup.
Let's back up a little bit. How did you two wind up in there when everybody else was in the gym? We were headed to the gym, but she was crying her face off about some stain on her sweater that you couldn't even see, and she asked me to wait for her outside the girls' bathroom so she could try to wash it off or something. But she was in there forever, and eventually the halls emptied out. So I, went in to check on her. What floor was the bathroom located on? Second floor, right next to the south parking lot where Jamie fell. Did you hear Miss Binks fall to her death? Yeah, it was hard to miss. She let out this loud scream. If she's committing suicide, why was she screaming?
Well, because she jumped. I mean, she was scared.
Yeah, but she was planning on dying, so she shouldn't have...
Well, that doesn't mean you can't get scared just because you're going to die.
She wanted to die.
Maybe she decided she didn't want to die, but couldn't stop from dying.
What did you do when you heard it? We both ran over to the window and saw her there. Sophie went to go check on her, but I have the game tonight and was supposed to be at the pep rally, so I just ran around and stuck into the gym to join everybody there. Told a few people what I'd seen, and it spread pretty quick. How chivalrous of you.
Yeah, that was a pretty restrictive move. Yes. You just saw a classmate fall to their death, and you're more worried about getting to the pep rally.
Never mind. He's like, what? Never mind. I understand Jamie was about to publish an expose in the newspaper. What do you think it was about? How the heck should I know? Griffin was probably stealing spoons again. She had a notebook full of your stats and the spreads for every game of the season. A lot of girls take my stats, and there's a lot more women into betting than you think. Doesn't prove Joey and I were up to anything, and sure as heck doesn't make me a criminal.
Who's Joey?
Yeah, he just said, who's Joey? Joey Ferrari? Yeah, he takes all the bets in school. You couldn't throw a game without Joey knowing. Even teachers place bets with him. Girls too. Maybe you should talk to him. He'll confirm nothing's going on. Maybe I will. Mr. Ferrari was at the pep rally, though. He's not a suspect. Suspect for what? Skipping a prep rally? Going in the girls' bathroom? No, a suspect for murder. Murder? What murder? Jamie jumped out a window. That isn't murder. Sure would be murder if someone pushed her and made it look like suicide. Someone who just about to be exposed for betting on their own football games. Heck, if that got out, it'd ruin your football career for good. I have no idea what you're talking about, and I really have to get back to the team. The bus to Jefferson County Stadium leaves in less than an hour. And as I said, Sophie can confirm that I was nowhere near Jamie when it happened. Yes, Sophie, your loyal girlfriend, who'd do anything for you. Even lie to cover up for you, or worse. That'll all be good for now. Well, that'll be all for now. Good luck tonight. We'll be watching you, Mr. Rocco. Always watching.
He looks way older than a high school student.
Well, this is a CW show. They get 35-year-olds to play 18-year-olds.
Okay.
But no, I thought that too. He doesn't look like a high school senior.
She does too, though.
So this is just them filling out his case file. Put his individual statement. Pretty much says the exact same thing. He was with his girlfriend in the girls' second room bathroom. This, he says he was outside the door. And then, he went in to keep her company. Heard a scream, ran to the window, ran back to the pep rally.
Mm-hmm. Is that his form? He doesn't have a yellow sheet.
No, he doesn't have a yellow sheet.
Oh. How's her shoe off?
Yeah, she's missing a shoe. Must have fallen off when she fell.
I don't think that's possible.
I don't know. They're showing a classroom door, Verona Voice's office.
Is that where she ran out of, though?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, there's the window she ran out of.
Yeah. Nothing looks amiss except there's not enough chairs for computers. Oh, here's her suicide note. It's typed on a computer. The pressure was too much. I couldn't take it anymore. Goodbye, Jamie. Short, sweet, and to the point, I guess. Mm-hmm. Very sus. Here's Principal Janice Dowling. Robert Romero. Craig Zimmerman.
Well, he looks like he should be in high school, but not that Robert guy.
Joey Ferrari.
No.
Items found in her pocket. poison, a pen, keys that says hammer time, and $100 bill.
Why does she have poison? That's interesting.
And here is her notebook with all the stats for the guy's football game. Talk to Joey, see what he says. So this time sounds like she was getting ready to bust him. I think she thought that he was betting on his own game. So, okay. No body.
At what time? 10:30 and then 10:31. Okay.
Yeah.
Is the shoe there?
That's what I was looking for. No, the shoe was not there.
No, and then the shoe appears.
Yeah.
At 10:30. No, she was definitely killed. For sure.
And then
she was killed.
This person runs over.
That's not Sophie who supposedly went to go check on her.
That is it that guy?
It might be that guy.
He's got like kind of looks like he's got a man bun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at these other pictures.
Some of them could have a man bun, like that Robert guy could have a man bun.
Yeah, if he pulls his hair up. I don't know if you heard us, but we just got a big crack in the case. Her shoe was not there, and then her shoe appeared there. And it took from her falling to the shoe appearing 7 seconds. But it only took 1 second for her to appear in the image. And then some guy in a sweatshirt walks up to her, looks at her, and then leaves. I think it is this guy. I mean,
I think so too.
And he could have a bun back here, we just don't see it. But he's got the shaved head and the longer hair on top, and a beard, a 5 o'clock shadow type beard. So let's look at his stuff then.
Paul.
Preakness? He also doesn't have a yellow witness sheet. You want me to read the whole thing or just like scroll? Okay. Thanks for talking to us. Of course. Anything I can do to help? Now I'm unsure what to say. I'm still just devastated and really struggling at this point. Well, to start with, can you state your name for the record? Paul Alfonso Preakness. Paul, well, how did you know Jamie? Very well. I've known Jamie for the past 4 school years. Ever since she started acting in our production as a freshman. That was also my first year of teaching here. I was fresh out of graduate school, so you could say we grew up together in our own ways. I watched her develop from a young girl into a mature, beautiful woman so quickly. Can't believe she's gone forever. And that kind of sounds
like
predator-ish.
You were in love with her?
Yeah. There was a pep rally for the entire school at the same time Jamie died, but you weren't there. Why not? I couldn't go because we had to fix an issue with the set before the next show on Saturday. The balcony where Romeo calls up to Juliet broke on opening night. We? Who else was with you? Well, I was by myself. All the students were at the rally. I didn't hear about what happened until Romeo came by. Long silence. Mr. Preakness, you were saying? Robert came by and told me she had jumped. It was such a shock.
Lionel's trying to drink your beer.
He is. It was a shock. Okay, Mr. Preakness, so you were in the auditorium the whole time fixing the balcony from Romeo and Juliet set. What was wrong with it? Well, it held up during the performance, but when we were moving it off stage during an intermission, a couple of our stagehands tipped it over and the entire support structure needed to be rebuilt. How was Jamie's relationship with her understudy, Olivia Underwood? They got along with everybody. I guess Jamie got out. I was sick. She got along with her, so I was changing the word. She used to be really close to Olivia, but I think there may have been a bit of jealousy on Olivia's part because she really wanted to play Juliet, but I knew no one could fill this role the way Jamie could. Yeah, not according to the review.
Right.
What was it about her that struck you? Well, she was one of the most talented women I ever met. She had the character of an old soul. You'd easily think she was 10 years older than she really was. God, he definitely had a thing for her.
Uh-huh.
29. Oh.
He asked, how old are you? And he
Yeah.
said 29.
Yeah. Interesting. Did you have any interactions with Jamie this morning? Pause. Yes. And I'll probably regret it for the rest of my life. Why? What happened? This is so hard for me. You see, I hadn't read Zimmerman's review in The Voice yet, so I had no idea why she seemed down when I saw her, and stupidly, I didn't even bother to ask what was wrong. I just handed her a $100 bill I owed her for the paint she bought and told her I'd see her later. Those pouty eyes she gave me as I walked away will forever be burned into my memory. Did Jamie tell you? Oh, you know what? The poison's probably a prop.
Oh,
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Jamie ever tell you about an affair she was having? What? What are you talking about? Was that in the suicide note? We heard she was seeing someone, but it was a secret. It's him. Now that you mentioned it, I do remember her saying something like that. During our audition, she said something about relating to the character because of her own forbidden relationship. Maybe that's why she was so perfect for the role, you know? Young, attractive girl with a full heart, struggling with a forbidden romance. I recall her saying she wanted to scream it from the rooftops, but couldn't. Something like that.
She was up there, and he pushed her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Teenage girls say a lot of weird stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him, but we gotta get evidence on that.
Uh-huh.
You say she was perfect for the role, and I'm not doubting you, but why do you think she got such a bad review in the school newspaper? I was so angry about that when I finally read it. Hemingway once called critics men who watch a battle from a high place when they come down to shoot the survivors. I agree. I don't know what the jerk was thinking. It's so vulnerable going on stage like that. Pour your heart out into a performance, expose your soul. It's clear to me that Zimmerman is to blame for all of this. What he wrote about her performance is abhorrent and completely untrue. I have no doubt that's what led to her suicide. Not the secret affair? Well, I don't know. Maybe it was both things. Did you bring Craig in here? You interrogating him? He was in the gym when she fell. And writing a bad review isn't a crime. Well, it should be. Is there anything else you want to tell us? Were you aware of any other relationships Jamie was involved in? Other relationships? No, I think she dated Johnny Rocco for a brief time a couple of years ago. But I'm pretty sure she's with Coach's daughter, or he's with Coach's daughter now. I'm sorry, but that's all I can help you with. That's all I know. Thank you for your time, Mr. Preakness. If you have any plans to leave town in the next few weeks, I'm going to need you to let me know first, okay? Okay, I'm good to leave now. You're free to go.
I think it was him.
I do too. Those are part of the keys to the room.
Oh, to the computer room, yeah.
And that's a pen that everyone wanted.
Back in the 90s,
Four
yes
different
it
colors.
is.
Everyone now, all kids nowadays, they want the newest iPhone. I remember wanting that pen. You want to read Benjamin? Or you want to keep reading the normal witness ones? These people are presumed innocent and not people of interest because they were at the pep rally when she died. Mm-hmm. These three that we have left here are people that were not at the pep rally.
Well, maybe we should read theirs so we know if something doesn't line up with what they say.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Benjamin Gelding. She could have been having an affair with this little dude.
She could have been.
You never know.
Yeah.
So he actually has a witness statement form along with his interview. It's very difficult to put thoughtful words together right now, but I fully understand the need for an investigation into what could cause such a seemingly normal young woman to take her own life. I've been Jamie's guidance counselor for 4 years here at East Verona High School. I also help run the school newspaper that she writes for. Jamie is an amazing girl who gets good grades, stays out of trouble, and seems to get along with everyone. I took my wife and kids to see her performance last night, and she was incredible. I almost said uncredible. It really begs the question as to why a young girl who appeared to have everything going for her would do something like this. Well, I'm not sure, but everything is not what it seems with Janice. With Jamie. I hate cursive. for 2 reasons you should be aware of. First, Jamie had been struggling with bipolar tendencies for years. Jamie has been meeting with me every few months over the past 2 years for manic depression. She was originally referred to me for the issue after she broke down in tears during a vocabulary quiz. During her dark times, she expressed suicidal tendencies to me on a number of occasions, including thoughts about how she would do it. I should have referred her to an outside counseling. I just thought we had it under control. I couldn't have been more wrong. Okay, see, that's a little sus because as a guidance counselor, he could be lying about that to say, oh, she was suicidal. Second, Jamie was involved in a secret forbidden relationship. Jamie told me one of the reasons Mr. Preakness gave her the part of Juliet was because she told him she was presently in a forbidden relationship and it helped her relate to the character. She told me she had to keep this relationship a secret or a lot of people would get hurt. Jamie was an investigative reporter and very sharp as even know who it was. I talked to Craig Zimmerman this morning. He's the young man who wrote the negative review about her performance. Turns out he asked her to be his girlfriend on Tuesday and she turned him down. Or she told him she didn't have feelings for him like that. I guess that review was his way of working through rejection. You might consider talking to Johnny Roca. I believe they dated for a short time a few years ago. He's with Coach's daughter now. I asked everyone who works in the school paper, and Joey Ferrari was the last person in the newspaper room before Jamie. He might have some clues about the room that would be helpful. I'd also encourage you to speak with Mr. Preakness. He gets very close with students, especially the female leads in his plays. Although we've never had any official incidents regarding that issue here at the school. My hope is that we can address the issue completely and swiftly to help bring closure to the 315 East Verona students and staff she left behind. It's not going to be easy for our school to get through this, but I'm willing to give my all. Alright, so it could be him that she was having an affair with. He's like planting all these ideas in the investigator's head about Mr. Preakness, but Mr. Preakness, if that came out, it wouldn't hurt anyone other than his career. A lot of people, he has a wife and children.
Oh.
And then he's like talking about all this. Nobody else mentioned anything about her being bipolar.
Right.
So.
That's true. And they've been meeting for 2 times a week.
Yeah. And he's the one that edits the paper, so when she did put this in there, he saw that article and started to freak out. So it could be him. So now you think it was Johnny?
I do. She didn't want to hurt Sophie.
I'm wondering if Sophie and Johnny were both in the room and they were all arguing and...
Instead of really in the girls' bathroom?
Yeah. And they came up with the girls' bathroom thing together.
Yeah, before he took off to the pep rally.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She keeps saying that it was hard to see, but she knew that it was her. Like, how did she know it was her if it was hard to see? I don't know how any of this proves that someone was in the room. The shoe appearing is the only evidence we have that proves that there's someone else involved.
And then they threw it out the window.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to have good aim to get it to land by...
Football player.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. I'm shooting for it was Johnny.
So here's what I'm thinking right now. Johnny and Sophie were both there. I think they were trying to talk her into not publishing his
her expose.
Yes. They started
about betting.
They started a fight. And she tried to run away from them, and he grabbed at her and ripped her shoe off. She then somehow fell out the window, and so he threw the shoe down at her.
Yes, maybe it wasn't really a murder, just an accident. But most murders are just accidents.
Yes. My theory is still the same.
Yeah.
That I think it was these 2 kids.
You know how we are when we watch like suspect shows. We always guess them. We always guess before we know.
Yeah.
We always do.
Okay.
Always.
So here's I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna hit the stop button and the re-record button. If you're still here with us, it means that you don't care about the major spoilers. All of that other crap. I am putting this in the full play, and then I'll cut out to make a shorter video. But
whatever, man.
this part right here is going to be the major spoilers, because I'm going to go to this link and we'll find out if we were right.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
So here's it says.
So I'm not going to say anything about it.
When you could prove someone was in the room with Jamie just before she died, visit this webpage. She keeps saying that she wants to protect his career. These numbers will ruin his career. As
she was writing an expose.
He probably knew about it. They probably all met. I don't think that she was having an affair with him. I think she was having an affair with the teacher. But I think Sophie kind of thought that it could have been.
I think she would have been having an affair with a teacher, but well, no, I still think because that would hurt Sophie. I don't know.
I think
that's probable. I really think he did it.
I don't think the affair is actually part of her murder.
No, I don't think so either.
I think it's just a coincidence. Mm-hmm. But I think that Sophie was freaking out, thinking that she was part of the affair, but she was also trying, that she was cheating on him with Jonah. And she didn't want that to come out. Johnny. Sorry, it looks like Jonah from here. I don't know. I think these two were both in the photo room, and I think she fell out of the window accidentally in a scuffle. Maybe they were trying to get the notebook from her or something. So we're going to go to this website. Obviously,
oh my god, I'm feeling like that Buzzfeed show right now. You know what
I know, yeah. I can't remember what it's called. There's two of them.
You're the serious guy, and I'm the guy with the cool hair.
I kind of think I have cool hair.
Oh no. Well, I mean, you do.
You're
totally the serious guy.
I'm told I have One Direction hair.
You're totally the serious guy, and I'm really I don't know, dude. Over here, guy.
He won't kill.
We gotta have that in the video and tag them in it.
Okay. It does. Now that we're sitting here with all this, it's like It was a long and dark morning.
I think the guy I like is Ryan Cavero. That just popped in my head.
What?
Ryan Cavero, the guy that I'm trying to be over here. Ryan Cavero.
Okay.
You know, for the Buzzfeed show.
I know.
Gosh.
You're the guy with the short hair and the big smile, and I'm the guy.
Looking guy.
And I'm the straight man, the guy with the glasses that tells him he's wrong on everything.
What? I'm the one who doesn't believe in ghosts, even though I do believe in ghosts, Ryan. Right? Or is that right? You gotta make sure that's in there.
Okay. Which document on the list below proves Jamie was not alone when she fell? I got the right one. I found where this was at on the list. That's what I was looking for originally.
Oh, okay.
Which two frames prove Jamie was not alone when she fell? It was the 30. It appeared at 38, right? And then it wasn't there at 37. Someone must have been...
found this a long time ago.
That was one of the first things we saw.
Yes.
But we needed to find out. Alright, so we found the shoe. You discovered that Jamie's right shoe suddenly appeared in the frame. There's no likely explanation for a shoe to land 7 seconds after she landed. Someone was up there and threw it down to her. One of those suspects must be lying, but who? And so we figured... So, okay. All those other things where we're getting it wrong, I was trying to find this thing in the evidence because that's what we knew proved that she wasn't alone. Mm-hmm. And we were right. So now that's when we would open bonus envelope A. We're not going to record that part. I think we finished up the entire thing for the first actual bit, and then we can go in to then figure out who actually did it in the next three. So thanks for coming. I know this is a long one. I'm going to try to trim it up a bit because I think it's been like an hour.
It's a long time.
Yeah. I'm going to take out a lot of it. There's bits that Princess wants me to leave in, so that's going to make it a little more difficult for editing.
So the BuzzFeed guys can see it. Yeah.
This is a fun game. I like this game. I wouldn't mind getting more of these. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of different characters. But thanks for coming. As always, if you haven't already, please hit that like button, that subscribe button. You can hit the bell button. I don't care about the bell button.
Famous.
Yes, we need a few more subscribers to reach our first goal of 100.
We already had one what was it called? Brand ambassador.
Yeah, we had a brand ambassador thing, but they haven't really. I keep looking at that, and they're not doing anything else for having us do more games or anything.
We
So
need more. We
yeah.
need more, guys. It gets expensive buying craft beers. Sorry, it does.
But it's fun. I mean, we're gonna buy those craft beers anyways if we're filming.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
If you want to be in one of our videos, we'd love you to comment down below. We can even do it in a different location if it's easier for us to come to you. We have no issue filming elsewhere, as you've seen in our videos. We have some games that we need at least one more person to play. And Happy just doesn't fill the boot for those ones. But yeah, I think that's it.
Bye.
We usually do birthdays, but I don't know if we have any birthdays.
Well, what is the date? 25th?
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't have a calendar over there anymore, so we don't know. We don't know what's going on.
Cheers!
Cheers!